Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to another Optimize Plus One. In our last Plus One, we talked about the 11 things you'd do if you had zero fear. How'd that go for you? Today, I'd like to bring my old coach Steve Chandler into the discussion so he can share his wisdom on the subject. In Reinventing Yourself, he encourages us to do that if I had no fear exercise, and then he encourages us to get to work on one of them. He tells us, and I quote, "Somehow, as grown-ups, we have talked ourselves into assuming that we can't do anything we're afraid of doing. That being afraid to do it is the same thing as being unable to do it. But a little practice just doing it shows us that this was a false assumption. Action generates courage, not the other way around." End quote. Then he says, and I quote again, "All courageous people have fear. They just do things anyway. Hollering with a combination of joy and fear, like Butch and Sundance jumping off the high cliff into the water below. You will find as you descend toward the water, there's a joyful rush. You're feeling your fear while you are in action conquering it. And as you continue in action, the fear dissolves, like a fistful of salt in the river. What remains for you is pure joy. It's the joy of being someone you are not. That's reinvention." He tells us you reinvent by doing things you wouldn't do. And in so doing, you realize there is no fixed and permanent you at all. End quote. Thank you, Steve. Feel the fear and the joy. Make the leap. Now, continue staying in action. Notice the fear dissolving like a fistful of salt in the river. And feel the joy of you being the next best version of you. And continue the spiraling evolution up with fear as our signal to go, not to stop.